Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. And today we're going to be talking about the Wizard Liz situation once again. We're going to be talking about one of her most recent videos titled How to Get Cheated On. And I just want to come back to this topic once again and talk about money, love, relationships, and intuition. So let's get started. Yeah, so this is a very peculiar situation in my opinion. Um I watched Liz's video titled How to Get Cheated On, where she talks about the whole situation with Landon and she explains what happened and she explains her thought process, and this is what I wanted to talk about with you guys today. I have seen quite a few people making videos about how Liz is obsessed with money. She seems to be only thinking about money and money, money, money. It's all about the money basically in her romantic relationships, and that seems to be the priority. Okay, now I am in no way, shape, or form going to be attacking Liz for anything. In my eyes, she did not commit any crimes. She only hurt herself in the process, so she is the victim in the situation. So I do not wish her anything bad. I only wish her all the best to her and her baby, because she was cheated on while being pregnant. Now, I found something very peculiar when I watched her video, and I just want to talk about this because it just keeps bothering me, as someone who is also spiritual, as someone who is into manifestation and into all this stuff. I find it kind of bizarre when people try to over spiritualize absolutely everything to the fault. And I think at some point there is kind of time and place to do that. You have to use your logic. There are situations in life where you just have to develop some pattern recognition skills, and you have to just use your logic and the knowledge that you're translating to your audience, because the knowledge is not bad, and you just have to apply it yourself as well. And once again, Liz is really young, so I am not going to be attacking her for not knowing any better, because she's really young. She's in her mid-20s. So we can't really blame her for not knowing better. Can we not, though? I don't know. We cannot blame her for not having an experience of a much older woman who is significantly more experienced. However, it does seem like she has the knowledge, though. This is one thing that kind of stood out to me really from the get-go. She kept talking about intuition, and she kept talking about how she did not like Landon when they started their relationship, sort of like when they just met first, right? And when he was trying to kind of start a relationship with her, she didn't feel any attraction towards him. She didn't really like him. And I feel like that's a really, really important moment to note down here, is that she kept talking about how she didn't like him. And that's your intuition. And that's not even your intuition. This is just straight up a fact. Like, if you don't like someone, that's kind of it. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to have the other person buy you. Well, we're gonna talk about that in a second, in order for you to kind of give them a shot or to love them. Listen, the situation is a little bit messy, in my opinion, but that's just what happened. Another thing is that this just really upsets me, to be honest with you. Before I proceed to talk about the money here, I just want to say something. If you are an influencer who has a large audience, who has hundreds of thousands of followers or millions of followers like Liz, you do have a responsibility of sort when you talk about certain things on the internet, and when you translate those things to your audience, consisting primarily of younger women, I'm assuming. Young women and girls, in case of Liz. And this is just something that I would like to use once again as an opportunity for all of you guys to remember the importance of critical thinking. You cannot undermine the importance of critical thinking skills in any situation, really, especially in a situation like this, when a person who is an influencer, who you really like, who you really respect, is telling you things that seem to be really good, but then they proceed to talk about their own personal experience where they, let's say, made a mistake or something like that. And when you see that they do not follow their own advice, this is something for you to think about. Now, I'm not saying that influencers or people with large following do not have a right to make mistakes. That's absolutely not at all what I'm saying, because life happens to all of us. We're all people at the end of the day, okay? But she did not own up to her side of the story. She did not say that she was wrong for not listening to her intuition. She's a victim here. I'm not saying that she was like wrong or owes us an apology or anything like that. Absolutely not. But she did not explain how what happened to her is a lesson in a way that she should have listened to her intuition, and this is what she did wrong. This is what she did wrong in this relationship, that she should not have allowed this to start to begin with, right? Because I also don't believe in over spiritualization of these traumatic experiences and believing that like everything happens for a reason. I mean, obviously everything happens for a reason. I mean, amazing, but like you can prevent these things from happening when you just do that, when you just listen to your intuition and you apply the knowledge that you already have. You know? Yeah, and once again, if something happens to you, it's okay to own up to that. If you want to talk about this to your audience, it's okay to explain what happened. It's okay to admit that you made a mistake, that you messed up, that you chose the wrong person. That's okay. You don't have to over spiritualize everything and say that it was a learning lesson. It was a learning lesson. I mean, hopefully she will actually learn from it. But you can just say that it's okay. Like, it's okay. I fell in love. Like, that's just what happened. The thing is that lots of people, lots of women, I'm going to talk about women because I'm a woman. Women can be fools in love. This is just what it is. I have been fooled in love so many times in my life. And women do the most stupid things when they are in love, okay? So I would never in my life say anything at all about the situation if Liz was genuinely in love with this guy and just was blinded by the love, you know? It happens to all of us, really. But that's the thing. She kept talking about how she didn't like him first. And what did it take for her to start actually talking to him and take him more seriously as like a partner and actually start a relationship with him? Was the fact that he paid her. Can we just talk about that for a second? You can use any wording you prefer, and I'm not making any assumptions here. I'm just saying it how it is because this is what Liz said herself. London sent her $10,000, which made her feel like this is a good enough action, and he kind of proved his quality in some way to her, that now he is worthy to be sort of considered as a serious candidate to, you know, as her like life partners, as a boyfriend, as a husband. Oh my God. The biggest thing that I don't like about the situation is that Liz did not need that money. Okay? She admitted it herself that she gave this money away to her followers. Also, she admitted recently how much money she's making online from social media, and she's making plenty of money. She's good. She's financially independent, and she does not need that money. $10,000 does not seem to be like big enough money to her, really. It would be a different situation completely if she really, really needed money to pay some medical bills, to feed her children or something, to help her parents, to help herself, something like that, right? It would be a completely different situation, because in that case, a man giving her the money would be very real, tangible help. You know? once again, that would not be a good enough reason still to go ahead and get engaged to him within just months of knowing him and get pregnant from him. Like that just seems really I'm trying my best to not judge the situation, because this is just a really this is a scary situation for a lot of women, I think, to even imagine. But girls, if I can tell you anything at all, if you can take anything away from this video, is that do not let any men buy you, because this is what happened in the situation. Landon basically bought her. He bought her time, he bought her attention, and the shopping sprees that she had money for. All of these money, all of these gifts, the Rolex he gave her, all of these things made it like signify to her that he is a good guy to consider as a life partner. Money is never something that should be the foundation of your relationship unless you are very aware that you want to have a transactional relationship with that person, in which case it's a completely different scenario, and you, once again, be smart, be responsible, do whatever you need to do, but also be smart about this. Do understand that the foundation of your relationship is money. It's not love, it's not trust, it's none of those things. Be smart and responsible, including be financially responsible, and take care of yourself first and foremost, right? We are on this channel generally talk about, if I talk about relationships, I talk about relationships based on trust and love and healthy relationships. So that's not what we are kind of learning here, okay? If you want a healthy, stable relationship with someone, money can never be the foundation of it. It can never be the foundation of it. Money is really important. I will never undermine its importance, but it should never be the most important thing, and that should never be something that makes you want to be with that person as a wife, as a mother of his children. Do give it time. I feel like I need to talk about this separately, maybe. Like, do let me know if you have any questions or any topic ideas in the comments, honestly, because I'm just thinking of so many. Genuinely, do give it time. Give it at least a year before you consider getting engaged to the person, and try to not, get pregnant from the person before you are married. This is just a general advice that I would give to all the girls. Obviously, things happen, life happens, but if you can control the situation, please do so. Please be responsible. Please be responsible for your own good and for the good of your children and your family, okay? Like, you do have to think about yourself first and foremost, because things like these happen. This is what happened to Liz. The foundation of the relationship was money. You cannot tell me otherwise, because she admitted it herself. Indirectly, but she did say that what made her want to consider him seriously was the money and the gifts. And she, once again, as a financially independent woman, did not even need that money and gifts to begin with. So that shouldn't have been that impressive to begin with. The whole point for you as a woman to be financially independent and stable is that you can choose from the men that you date. Doesn't mean they have to be poor. They don't have to be poor. Those men can be also financially independent and thriving. And from those men, you can choose the ones that you actually like. You can choose a man out of all these men that you actually like, and that you actually trust, and that you develop feelings for, and that you want to have a family with, to live with, to marry him, you know what I'm saying, to do life with, right? And once again, I would understand the situation if Liz, or any woman, right, was desperate for money, or if she fell in love, like if she was just stupid in love, because that happens. But when the man had to buy her, this is when I'm just starting to kind of get really confused about. Now, importantly, when you are following someone online, when someone has a platform, they used to speak about something, when someone has a large following, that does not equal credibility, that does not equal intelligence. Please understand that. This is not me talking about Liz personally, about anybody else. Genuinely understand that your critical skills should always come first, and you should always be able to analyze what the hell is this person talking about, and does this actually make any sense? Does this apply to you? Does this make sense to you? Does that actually make any sense at all? Because what I did not like is that, I do understand that when something like this happens to you, and this is a horrible situation to happen to any woman, honestly. And Liz is lucky enough to be in a good situation financially, but lots of women are not in a situation to be protected like this and to be financially independent and be able to take care of herself and her children by herself. Oh, so I really don't like discussing situation like this in the whole light of, everything happens for a reason. This happened because it needed to happen. And that's okay and all that stuff. This could actually be a significantly more serious and dangerous situation for most women in reality, especially if you're a young woman. No, that's exactly why I teach you lessons. That's exactly why I'm giving you tips, so that you learn from mistakes of other women and you learn mistakes of other people in general, okay? So you don't have to make these mistakes yourself. And here's the thing, if you know something, if you have the knowledge, please apply it in your own life. Please apply it to improve your own life and your own relationships, okay? Don't just sit on the knowledge that you have, actually use it and actually apply it. And if something feels wrong, it is wrong. If you don't like somebody, that's your intuition, that is your body, that is your mind. You know that. That doesn't mean you need to be with that person. And if that person is trying to bribe you, if that person is trying to give you money, offer you something, you can take those things if you want to, but that never means that you owe anything back to that person. Anybody can give you gifts. That never means that you owe anything to that person. That never means anything. Don't ever let anyone, ever, to make you feel like you owe something to that person. Your body, your time, your attention, yourself as a person, as a wife, as a mother, as a woman. And this situation honestly really upset me because I don't want girls to go around very irresponsibly starting relationships with men who try to buy them just because they think that it's cool, because money has been, so glorified over the last couple of years on this platform. And women talk about this high value men, high value women, and so much talk about money. Money is great and money is really, really important. Don't let anyone ever fool you that money makes someone a good person, that money makes someone a better partner to you, because that could not be further from the truth. And that doesn't mean that a poorer man is going to be better to you. That doesn't mean anything at all. That just means that you need to use your critical skills. You need to use your intuition, actually listen to your heart and listen to your gut, okay? Always, about anything, right? Strive for financial independence, always, regardless of your situation. Always make sure that you're financially independent, that you're financially covered, regardless of your situation. That's important, okay? And obviously don't just go blindly listening to influencers, especially if they are really young. Always listen to yourself, first and foremost, okay? And don't let the money to be the foundation of your relationships, because that's just crazy. That's not good. We should be doing better at this point as women. That's not good enough. You want to be with someone who is bringing you joy, someone who sparks a life in your eyes, someone who makes your life better than it was without that person. That's the only reason to enter a relationship at this point for women. If this person is making you happy, if this person is trustworthy and reliable And if you like that person, you also need to like this person genuinely. That's a good sign. That is someone you want to be with, maybe, right? But please do not lower your standards. Please do not lower your standards only because that person has money and is like giving it to you. My God. Anyways, you guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you learned something from it, and I really hope you liked it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends and your loved ones, with your girlfriends. Come on. And you guys, please leave comments down below. Comments support me tremendously. They mean a lot for me. They mean a lot to this channel. So if you want to support me, please leave comments down below. You can ask me questions. You can ask anything. You can always suggest other video topics. I'll very happily make them for you. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys. I love you and take care.